Alright, so this is another reason why I love original Mountain Blade 2008s over Warbands. It's just because the helmet is so aesthetically pleasing looking. Like, that looks much better than having the dull red color in it. I got the small keyboard, so I have to do this awkwardly. But just look at that. Oh, let me speed up again. Or just how dull the one red is, and then even this guy has looks cool. Like the winged helmet hasn't changed, but the actual flat helm, great helm one, just has so much. It's just more aesthetically pleasing, especially in the daytime. There's this one knight for our lord. I forgot what his name is, but he's got a green tunic with 3 boars stacked on top of each other, and I think he wielded an axe. But it was just so aesthetically pleasing as well to look at, even though I was having to fight him. But yeah, that's just something that's really cool about the original Mountain Blade that I love way more than Warband. It's just like the helmets in this. And I also found out that in the cheap menu in Warband, the one tunic in my previous video that has like the yellow lion on it, and it's like red with the yellow lion, is actually from War Rider. Is actually from that, and same with the chainmail and the yellow armor. You know how it said like yellow arena team or blue team? Whenever I was looking at those hoods, those are actually from War Rider. So after learning that, I went back to my character in Warband and actually gave him the War Rider red arena team's outfit, helmet, and then the classic kite shield, that yellow kite shield with like the red cross in it. And if anyone knows how to still download War Rider, because that is something about me, I just like seeing like the alpha and demos of games. Especially this one BioShock alpha, where I'm talking where the Big Daddies had the bouncer had 2 drills on for his hands, and there wasn't the little sister yet. It was the slugs, and you could actually watch the it's hard to find, but if you search in YouTube like alpha or something like that, you'll be able to find the original BioShock Alpha gameplay whenever they're first like showing it off. And I'm not talking about hunting the Big Daddy one at all, or the other one like where it has Sander Cohen at the end, where the spider splicer looks up at where you look up at the ceiling, where the person does. But yeah, it's just neat watching, just looking at like the development of games as well, because I was lucky back in 2016 on the Xbox One to play the beta for Honor, and I haven't played For Honor in years. But I remember the last time I played it was when I think Jormungandr was the new character. But anyways, I just remember the beta being a bit better, except for Berserker because he had no unblockable attacks. But just the UI. The HUD was more aesthetically pleasing. Now, whenever I load it in, they switched it, and it was like hard for me to like, not necessarily, you know how like sometimes it's hard to see, like you see something but it's hard for you to see, because they updated like the team thing to where you could wear red now, and you have to pay attention to the health bar, and that threw me off whenever I first jumped back into For Honor. That was 2023 maybe that they did that. Haven't played For Honor since. But yeah. Game that I have gotten into, which I'm glad to see that they brought back to Steam, is War in the North, Lord of the Rings. War in the North. Because, yeah, that was a good old original Xbox game is what I played it on. And this is a new campaign from my other one. This is my 3rd campaign that I just restarted. This time, I'm just gonna go around and pretty much not be a mercenary, but you know, just be like a, I don't know what the term is. Not a bandit knight, but like something like that. Alright, let's just go ahead and level my character up since we leveled it up. Okay, what's that? Wound treatment and first aid. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and max out all the intelligence stuff, like training stuff first with this character. Oop, I forgot you can't rotate him. And then, oh yeah, my name is the original King of Swadians from War Rider. But yeah, that's the thing I love about this too, is just the lance. How in Warband, I just like how the lance stays straight. How if you move the camera, your guy doesn't reposition it. However, if you do this, he repositions it, but it's not as obnoxious as in Warbands, because like the horse's head, it'll either be like you have to aim to the left or to the right. You can't just no clip through the horse, which I understand for realism, but I just like this as more of a sandbox game. Plus, I really love the graphics compared to Warband in this than Warband. And if you're curious of why I stopped and deleted my campaign where I was taking over everything, basically, is because I found out, at least in this game, per what the Wikipedia and what AI keeps popping up, since ever since Google has AI, now it's impossible to find what you're actually looking for. Back then, once you search something, they'll have a wiki page. Now it's AI telling you something, coming up with like bean solutions. Like, jeez, man. But anyways, the reason why I stopped fighting for my own kingdom is because in order to destroy a faction, per the AI and wiki, is you have to defeat all of their armies and throw them into a prison. Well, I already like got rid of all the Nords. The Kurgats were the first to go, then the Nords were first to go. Like, they lost their stuff. However, their armies were still there. And I had a whole bunch of Nords imprisoned in one of the Kurgat areas. But then it was either a Vega or Swadian person. Oh, that's the teammate. Took over the castle and freed them. So it's like, all right, there goes all my progress of trying to permanently destroy a faction. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and let this fight play out. Yeah, I just love it how you could just free the camera, not worry about where your lance is actually sticking. Unless you actually manually like do a thrust like this. But even then, it's like I started to get more lance pilled than being a horse archer, since in the other ones I always went like an archer thing. Now I completely dropped all range items in, since I mastered the lance. Oh, looks like we won. But yeah, just look at how cool the helmet is compared to Warband's stinky helmet. It's like dull red on the cross. I don't get why they got rid of even the look how much detail is in like the Coda plates as well. That's just something I love. Like, the game may have like worser graphics to an extent, but it has more detail. Especially like the gauntlets. As you can see, it's not like sleeved all the way up. Let's find someone that has like an actual pair of gauntlets. If not, we'll just go to a store. No, he's got male one on like I do. Just look at that aura, just walking up on someone. Nope, he doesn't. Just like that. Just the whole gold helmet is just so sick. Speaking of detail, the chausses too. Nope, that may be forced it. Oh, let's do one more. But yeah, I also love how it's like the white armor too. It's not like red. Like I do like all the other colors in the game, like like the Rodoks are green, Swadians are red and orange color with black. But I just like how in this game it's like more vibrant, especially this gold color. And you'll see on the Kurgat's armor too. I love their pink Kurgat Lamler armor. See if we, nope, of course not. There, that is what I'm talking about. This guy that I just stabbed. It reminds me of Uncle Iroh's armor from Avatar: The Last Airbender, the cartoon. Yeah, if the combat of Warband was like this, at least where you could hit through your teammates, especially in sieging, like how my guy doesn't. Let me get off the horsey. How your guy doesn't bring the sword all the way back, even whenever he two-hands it. How it's angled above the head so it won't get caught on anyone. And look at that reflection. That's pretty neat. Here, let's see if I can rotate. Okay, gotta move the mouse. Gotta bring my thumb to the FN button. This. But yeah. Oh yeah, that's sick. Pretty neat. Hopefully I won't be able to get a screenshot. I'm holding 4 buttons down with my fingers. Yeah, but that guy, he had a cool helmet, like how I did. Alright, now let's go to the store real quick. And let's see if I can find a gauntlet. Of course, it's not going to have the gauntlet. Alright. Do they? Yeah, they have enough. Okay. Let me save. Let's go to Praven and see if they have it real quick. Oh yeah, I gotta level up my men. But yeah, even the inventory. I like how your guy's like a bit fatter for it. I don't know why. I just love how the graphics look in this game compared to Warband's. And what's funny is I believe in War Rider, whenever your shield breaks, like you know how your guy drops it once it breaks. In War Rider, I think it actually splinters and is fragmented on the ground. So it's like in each version of Mountain Blade, they always make it less and less like realistic or semi-worse in some situations. You know, actually, I'm gonna show you guys the gauntlet. I'm not gonna be petty with that, but here we go. See how my hand is down here? It's an actual gauntlet. It's not like in Warband where it adds like extra arm stuff right here. This looks like an actual gauntlet on your character, which I love. How it's that's kind of cool. What does that look like? Yeah. See, look, the helmet goes with everything. And this is the only scale armor in the game. Is this? I haven't done the cheat menu in here to see what type of armor there is. But mainly because I'm already satisfied with how the graphics look in this game. Yeah. Pretty neat. But yeah. I like, even look at that. It doesn't like right up on your guys' arm. It's actually a gauntlet. It's not a gauntlet with braces, which is awesome. That's like the brace part is part of your armor. See how it's like on the arms, how it's got that brace. This part, it's right there already showing you. And no, the other one had it, but yeah, let's put these back real quick. How much does that do? Yeah, 4. And that's something that's also kind of funny about this game is like how something's like a higher protection, so at least supposed to be higher tier protection. Here, let's check out these. Even the boots. I love this, how the graphics look. This looks more realistic, like an actual piece of armor with like the plated toes, since that is like a later century stuff. Well, I'm just wearing the Choss. Probably buy those ones instead. But yeah, how much is that going for? 700. Yeah, we'll go ahead and raid another town. Even the better surcoat. So this is the Rhodoks surcoat that they wear now. They're sergeants and sharpshooters. Even the helmet just goes good with You know, it kind of grows on me how that looks. Especially how the sword is right there. Just all the armor in this game is so cool. Except for the Brigadine. The Brigadine is the only thing. I never really liked the Brigadine in Warband either that much. But still, at least it has like cool design on there. But yeah, your guy just looks much cooler with the original Great Helm than he does with the Warband's one. So this is my appreciation for old school Mountain Blade. And I also love how like all the gauntlets, like gloves and all that, look how it's got like the fingers. It's not like a fist like how the other one is. But yeah, it was just some good old appreciation of this game. And I'm gonna need a lance. 130, 175. Yeah, this is a short lance. That's the next thing I actually need is a new lance because this only does 27 piercing. Here we go, balanced light lance. Does 30 piercing. And you need a minimum of 10 to wear this helmet. So yeah, I pretty much got look cool, in my opinion, my guy does. So yeah, I'm going to keep the bastard sword since you could either one or two hand it. And yep, so yeah. It'll be cool if Tail Worlds would release, because I wouldn't mind paying honestly, I wouldn't mind paying $10 to play. If they get it to where it works on my computers, but keep the graphics, keep everything the exact same, War Rider, I wouldn't mind paying to play War Rider like in its current state, but make it to where it doesn't crash at all. So yeah, that's it.